It's another delicious day here in the Let's Make Food from Food Kitchen, and today we're going to process some of these cayenne peppers from my garden. I have started growing these this year, and this is my first little crop. I have about this many green ones on there, and this is going to be the hotter form. If you pull them when they're green and use them, they're not going to be as hot as they are when they're red. Cayenne peppers are originated from South America, and they have capsaicin in them. Capsaicin is part of what makes it hot. It's also used in pepper spray, you know, the pepper spray, and it's used in some things that have pain relief for anti-inflammatories, and there's some good digestive things in there if you're trying to lose weight. I don't know all of the details, so if you're interested in that, please go look it up. But drying them, there's methods that you can use. One is hanging them dry, which is what I'm going to do. You can dry them in the sun. You can dry them in your oven. You can dry them in a dehydrator. All of those things work just fine. Some are faster than others. The fastest method is gonna be the food dehydrator. So I have a threaded needle here. And what I wanna do is just take my pepper and I'm gonna put the needle through this top part, about halfway through the thick point, okay? And I'm just gonna pull it, and I wanna string them so I have some space. So I'm gonna leave some string at the end, and I'm gonna start laying them out. And I'm gonna repeat this until they're all done. Keep in mind that if the pepper is high in the capsaicin, it can actually eat through your thread. I know you can use dental floss, but I'm not sure if you're supposed to use wax dental floss or regular dental floss. I would assume you don't use the mint dental floss, but I didn't have any on hand. I have just regular thread. So this is what I'm using for mine. So I'm just gonna keep doing this until I'm done, and then I'll check back in. So I'm just spacing these out. You don't want them super close together. You want a little space. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hang them up here. And I'm just gonna do it in one loop instead of tying both ends so that I can easily just slip it off when I'm ready to. And hopefully I don't need to make or dry any pasta in the next month. So your drying time, if you're air drying, is gonna depend somewhat on how dry your air is or humid, and how big your peppers are, their moisture content. So there's a lot of variables. 3 to 5 weeks is probably going to be your window, with the average of 4 weeks. Unless you live like maybe Arizona, where it's very dry, you might get them at 3 weeks. So just keep checking them. You want to make sure, I mean, you'll know they'll be super dry there. You'll tell there won't be any moisture left. So I'm just going to hang these up in the corner of my kitchen. You'll probably see them in other videos for a little bit, and then we'll come back and finish this one up. Welcome back. A few months has passed. I've really let my chilies dry. In fact, I have quite a few bundles of it. All of these. But I'm gonna let these just hang and just process these for now. Spice grinder, coffee grinder, they both work. I am going to take the lid off of this, and these are like, there's no moisture left in these, and that's what you want. Moisture leads to mold. So I'm just pulling off the tips, and I'm not gonna fill this all the way up. I'm just going to maybe do half, and I'll process them, I'll empty and repeat. I'm gonna make some chicken chili coming up, and I wanted to use these instead of a powder in the recipe. So that means I finally needed to stop putting this one off. There's no reason to push it off. I was just being occupied with other things. I have plenty though to get me through my winter, and then I will grow some more. I saved some seeds so that I can grow some more. These are really easy to grow. I didn't have much problem with these, and my banana peppers too, I did really well. In fact, I have pickled banana peppers I did a video for. So I need to edit that one and get it posted too. I need to get on top of stuff, huh? Okay, so this is what I have in here. I am going to put this on here and just kind of, I'm gonna pulse it. Perfect. Let me grab a jar. So So this is what I'm gonna store it in. And now I can process some more. Okay, and that is that. I am finished with that batch. At some point, I'll come through and do all of those, but today's not the day. You get the idea. Here is my finished powder. If you want to make a powder, you can remove the seeds and just have the powder that's left. If you want to have flakes, just process it less in your spice grinder, your coffee grinder. This has only been used for spices, never for coffee, because that flavor is never going to get out of there. So I'm going to clean this thoroughly so that when I do my next spice grind, if it's not chili powder, I won't have that same stuff in there. So that's it for this. From my kitchen to yours, let's make food from food.
That's one boy.